What's up, party people? Today we are discussing the secret reason the Lakers might not have made a trade at the trade deadline last month, as well as giving a quick injury report on some of our favorite stars. So without further ado, I'm Jaya Tewari with Lakers Digest, and let's get right into it. So first of all, is Donovan Mitchell signing with the Lakers this summer? This is a really interesting prospect to me for so many reasons. These rumors first started flying about last month, so it isn't necessarily new news, but recent statements by the Cavaliers owner have kind of brought this back to light and kind of bring it up for further discussion. So I'll get into his comments in a little bit, but first I want to talk about why Mitchell's even linked to us in the first place and how I think he could fit in on the Lakers. So back in February, again, we didn't make any major trades, which if you're a loyal fan of Lakers Digest, you know I was very, very happy about. I was super anti really any trade to our roster. I think we have a roster with amazing depth and so much talent, and it would be a shame to get rid of any of them. And I feel like the last few games have really proven me right. Our team has really learned to play together so well, even without some of our major stars, and I could not be more proud of them. Really looking forward to what the next few games bring, and I hope we're not just on a hot streak and that this is a trajectory that'll last for the rest of the season. But first, let's go back to Donovan Mitchell. So back in February, sources told CBS Sports that a complicating factor on whether or not the Lakers acquire an impact player in the next 24 hours is the belief within the organization that they could have a chance to acquire Donovan Mitchell this summer, and the Knicks could also be in play. So the Knicks are, unfortunately, Mitchell's hometown team. He's from New York, grew up loving the Knicks, and has never been afraid to share his love for the team. So if they throw an offer at Mitchell too, it's hard to say he would take us over the Knicks. I can't even blame him. Playing for your hometown team that you grew up watching, I would be sad, but I couldn't blame him. But I'm not necessarily sure that the Knicks will actually offer him that. But essentially what that tweet was saying is that we didn't make any major trades because we're holding off saving our money in our trades and our draft picks for Mitchell this summer. And like I said, I've historically been very anti-trade, but I don't really hate this one. I think that Mitchell would bring a lot of really incredible offensive firepower and just offensive talent in general to our team. And I think that this quote from Lakers Nation summed it up pretty well. So basically, a talent the caliber of Mitchell is certainly worth keeping assets available for, as he is a game changer. The Cavaliers guard ranks 5th in the NBA in scoring, and just 1 year ago, he dropped 70 points in a single game. On paper, he would fit well next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis, capable of playing on and off the ball, and is the kind of number one scoring option who could pair with Davis once LeBron's playing days are done. The last line is a bit sombering. I've brought up LeBron retiring soon quite a bit, but it hurts to hear somebody else say it. But Mitchell is young, and he's only improving with every season. So bringing him to the Lakers when he's just getting better and better really does set us up for future success. So I really do like that. I also really like that since he's would be coming in during the summer, it would kind of give us the offseason and summer to kind of practice getting him into the roster and fitting him into the rotation. So I really like him from that standpoint too. The other thing that I've been hesitant on with past trades has been players that are very injury prone. People like Gordon Hayward, who I don't have anything against, but whose injury proneness does worry me, has been a factor in why I don't want them traded. And I was kind of wondering if this was the case with Mitchell as well, because he's been out for most of March. So basically, he's been out since March 16th. This quote's from about a week ago. But basically, the Cleveland Cavaliers will be without Donovan Mitchell for at least a week as he underwent surgery to repair a nasal fracture. Mitchell missed the Cavs game against the Indiana Pacers due to injury and will now be sidelined a bit as he recovers. And Mitchell recently returned from a 7-game absence after receiving a PRP injection in his knee to help with a bone bruise. He then played in 2 games, but will now head back to the injured list for a week. It's not great timing as the Cavs are in the thick of a congested playoff race. They sit just a game behind the Bucks for the number 2 spot, but only 2 games ahead of the Knicks, who right now are at number 4. Oh, apologies, jumped ahead there. But basically, his injuries don't really seem like a reoccurring pattern, and he's not necessarily injury prone like a lot of other guys that the Lakers have been linked to. So that doesn't necessarily worry me, especially considering when Mitchell is in, he is, like Lakers Nation said already, a game changer. So let's look at some of his stats. We're looking at February specifically because, like I said, it was the last month he played. He's been out for most of March. And his February stats are pretty representative of the rest of his stats as well. So he averaged over 27 points a game in the month of February, playing 36 minutes, which is just an incredible stat line. That is so much offensive firepower and really shows his athleticism and his endurance as well. He's also shooting about 44.9% from the three-point line, which is great as well. Some of our guys have been inconsistent on threes. When they're on, but it's not always super reliable. So I do really love that as well. The rest of his stats are just overall really solid. Great number of assists. Can't be mad at his steals either. So overall, looking really good, but obviously his shooting and his points scored per game is by far the biggest thing he would bring to the table for the Lakers, especially if you think about LeBron phasing out in the next few years. So I'm definitely a fan of this, but the thing that could throw a wrench in it finally is now let's get into the comments by the Cavs owner Dan Gilbert. So just today, he stated that he believes All-Star guard Donovan Mitchell will sign a long-term contract to chase an NBA championship with Cleveland. He said that we've been talking to him, sure, for the last couple of years about extending this contract. Gilbert said Thursday in an interview with the Associated Press, we think he will extend. I think if you listen to him talk, he loves the city. He loves the situation in Cleveland because our players are very young, and we're just kind of putting the core together that he's clearly the biggest part of. Just to recap, Mitchell signed a 5-year, $163 million contract in 2020 with Utah and is under contract through the 2026 season. But based on the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, Mitchell is eligible to sign a 4-year extension worth up to roughly $200 million this summer. So the Cavs owner is pretty certain that Mitchell's going to extend, but I don't know. Owners are not always the most reliable source, and I think that an offer from a team like the Lakers could really sway him. Plus, there's no saying that he wouldn't leave the Cavs and come back, pull a LeBron in that case. But I don't know. I think it's something worth keeping an eye on, and I would definitely be in favor of it. His stardom is just amazing. His youth and his production, how he could just keep progressing in the future, just is really incredible. And I don't know. I'm rooting for this one. Not kind of. I definitely am rooting for this one. So now into our second topic. Definitely a bit briefer, but for some injury updates to our favorite Lakers stars for tomorrow's game against the Pacers. Obviously, Davis got injured during the Bucks game. LeBron's been out, and Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent have been out again. So let's give a quick recap on where they're at right now. So unfortunately, James is listed as questionable for Friday night with his ongoing ankle issue, which I have addressed in a past video. I'll link that down in the description. He sat out of Tuesday's games against the Bucks, but was on the floor Wednesday and is looking to do his part to keep the Lakers' momentum going. And Davis tweaked his knee in the Lakers' double overtime win over the Bucks, and while he played through the pain that night, he was out of Wednesday's game in Memphis. He's the engine of our defense, and the team could not afford to lose him for any extended period of time. And unfortunately, both Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt will remain out for the game, but the Lakers did get some good news regarding Vincent. He's expected to be available for Sunday's game against the Nets, which would be his first game since December. Vanderbilt, on the other hand, has not yet been cleared for, hasn't been cleared for any contract drills yet, but he has begun running. So, good sign for Vando. I am a huge Vando stan. I really hope he's back soon, but it has just been brutal to watch him and Vincent be out for so much of the season. Vincent was a huge reason why I was hesitant about trading for some of these big stars that aren't always the most reliable with their health, to no fault of their own. But hopefully he can come back and kind of be for the Lakers what he was for the Heat last playoff season. And then as for LeBron and Davis kind of being on and off, being playing or not, I think it has been really awesome to watch the other Lakers pick up the slack when LeBron and Davis are out. I mean, the Bucks game was just beyond words, and all that without LeBron was just amazing. I'm so proud of our team for stepping up in their place and for really showing that we don't necessarily need our stars. So him being questionable tomorrow night is not scaring me. I have faith in our team. And again, I hope we keep this momentum going. We're so close to play-in and playoffs and whatnot. And I don't know. I'm looking forward. I feel like we are on. We've kind of passed the horizon, that like weird spot we were in, and I have faith for the rest of the season once again. So, I've been Jaya Tewari with Lakers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you're not already. A lot of you watch our videos but don't subscribe, and that makes me very, very sad. We post videos so many times a week about Lakers news, rumors, whatnot, post-game reactions. We even sometimes have cross-channel debates with the other channels in our Digest Media family. So once again, subscribe. I've been Jaya Tewari, and go Lakers.